Hello there, I'm Declan and welcome to the Student View podcast, developed by students for the OVC community. This podcast has been recorded on Kaurna Land. We respect and acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, past, present and emerging. Today we welcome to the podcast Miss Thornton. She's our school deputy principal. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello everyone, my name's Anne Thornton and as Declan said, I am the Deputy Principal here at Ocean View College. It's nice to be with you.
Oh, thank you. So how long have you been at OVC?
I have been at Ocean View College for 5 years. I started in January 2018 the 5 years have gone very quickly actually. I had to stop and think how long had I been here.
Well, I mean COVID as well, especially. It feels like those last few years have melted together almost.
Yes, they do.
We do touch on careers in the podcast. What have you done before being a deputy that has prepared you for your role?
I have always worked in education. I began teaching. I was speaking to Declan about this beforehand. I'm actually a business education teacher with a major in economics and legal studies, and I taught that for quite some time. And I began teaching in the country. I went to Port Augusta and to Whyalla, and I really enjoyed it. They were great schools. We were all young out there, and I think we learnt how to teach. We had great leaders, and we had to really be on our toes because we didn't have the comfort of home. Yep. We all moved out of home quickly, straight out of uni, and were having to learn how to live independently and be professional teachers at the same time. So we did learn a lot really quickly.
Oh, that sounds like a good experience.
Yeah. And then I became a learning area leader, which means I ran the learning area that I taught in. So I was a business education coordinator for quite some time. I then became a vet coordinator. So I've always been working mainly in the SACE, in the senior school. So I was a vet coordinator, so I was in charge of all careers, work experience, all vet courses when it was quite new. So and I did that for quite some time. And I did that at Brighton Secondary School. That's where I worked for 11 years, when I returned from the country. And then I became an assistant principal of senior schooling, which is years 10, 11 and 12. And I've done that at Seaview and at Hallett Cove School. So I was really doing that for about 13 years ahead of school, and I really love that job, the head of senior school. It's such a privilege. It's very busy. It's very operational, always working things out, helping people, always trying to get new ideas to help students be successful. And I really did love that job. That was such a great job. Yep.
Do you prefer working with older students or younger kids?
I would say that my skill and experience is with older students, but it's just because of the path that my teaching career took.
Yep.
That because I was working in business education and then became the vet coordinator, that is for older students, and then that led to working in senior schooling. If I perhaps hadn't have been the vet coordinator, my life might have taken a different turn, but I've always worked with that, and I'd say my specialty area is senior schooling.
Yeah, okay.
And then, of course, before I became the Deputy Principal at Ocean View College, I spent a year working in the corporate sector in the department in a learning improvement, which is where I went out as a project officer and supported schools who needed additional help. But I only did that for a year because what I found was while it was interesting, I actually missed school. So I stayed there for a year, and then what I learned about myself is that I would prefer to work in the school environment than the corporate environment. And then I saw the Ocean View College job advertised, and I was very lucky. It happened right at the end of 2017. That I was lucky that I was selected to get this wonderful job at this, wonderful school.
So what would you say motivates you in your day-to-day on a professional level?
Well, I really like to make a difference. That's the main reason I'm here, and probably the reason that I'm in teaching is, teaching is not just about your curriculum area, of which I do love. I don't work in that area anymore, but I do love that area. But it's really working with students, helping them strive to be the best they can, problem solving when things don't work out so well, so that it's a great outcome. I like working with parents. I like working with supporting teachers, so that they can work and improve in their progress within teaching. Just working with people and helping people become the best that they can.
Are you organised or organised chaos? I've asked everyone we've interviewed
Yes.
so far.
Yes.
Is it your desk, your brain,
Yeah.
thought pattern?
I know that I am organised. I have to be organised, or I would not be able to do my job, because I have to plan and organise for others, not just myself. Sometimes on my own, if I'm by myself, I might take a few shortcuts because it's only me that I have to worry about. But when I'm responsible for others, I am organised. I think I'm linear. I heard a podcast one time, and I was listening to the way they describe people, and I think I am linear in my thinking. I am not real neat. Declan is in my office now, and you can see that I've got bits and pieces of paper everywhere, but it is organised. I know where everything is. I've always wanted to be one of those really organised people with no paper on their desk and all these neat folders in a row, and I do that every now and then. But once I start work, if I'm really working and I'm deeply involved in my work, the neat as a pin thing will go. I like visuals. I've got quite a few, despite all the modern technologies, I've got quite a number of sticky notes on my desk, and I rely on them because I need to see those visual prompts to remind me to do things.
No.
So I would describe, that's how I'm like. Not chaotic,
No.
but I'm not, you can see I'm not chaotic, but I'm not one of those real anal neat as a pin people. It's probably one of my goals is to be like that, but I don't think it will happen.
No, you're still fairly neat. You're really neat. I think so. Some of the other officers I've seen.
Yeah.
This is really neat.
Yeah. Relatively. Yeah.
If you could do anything, absolutely anything, but the job you do now, what would you do and why?
I would definitely be working with people. What I think I would do, if I could do anything, and it wasn't about having to be able to pay the bills and I could maintain my lifestyle, because the reality is I do have to pay bills and maintain my lifestyle and my family's, is I think that I would like to work with people. I think I would like to work in some kind of tourist industry, and I would like to be, which I've always enjoyed, is when you visit some particular tourist site or monument or something, and someone is the tour guide and takes people around. I like it because I would like to. It's a form of teaching, because I would be explaining, why this particular, monument or whatever we were visiting was of significance. I would really enjoy that. I would enjoy people asking me questions, clarifying, think that someone had learnt something, plus had a great experience when they were there, but also that people would move on fairly quickly and I'd get a new group and I could start again. I do like that, and I do like working with people, helping people, and I do like talking. I'm a talker. No. I'm having more of an extrovert personality, which I need to control, but I'm not introvert, so I'm not scared to meet people and talk to strangers. I like it. I do enjoy it.
You said you started your teaching career rural. Have you travelled? Have you gone anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
My family and I do a lot of camping. So we've done a lot of camping around South Australia. We've also done a couple of big trips where we've been to Alice Springs, and we've been gone for 2 or 3 weeks, and we've camped and got out and seen local attractions and bushwalked and things like that. We've also done a big camping trip to the Gold Coast and travel all the way down the coast to the east coast to Canberra, and then travelled inland. See, because when we were there, we went in Canberra, we were still camping, they still got on the outskirts of the city. I made the children come to, my exciting thing, to Parliament House. And we did a tour of Parliament House, and it was fantastic. And they said to me, "This is really good, Mum, I'm glad you made us come here." Talking about the greenhouse and the red house and all of that. And we had a great tour guide who took us through, in 50 minutes, we had a great tour through there. And I think that's really important, obviously, because I'm trained in the area. I think everyone needs to understand the role of Parliament,
Definitely.
how laws are made, and the role that everyone plays. So that was great. Even though we were camping, we did go in and do lots of those kind of visits as well. You know, I've been to Bali, I've been to Vietnam. That was fantastic. Vietnam and Cambodia. That was a great trip. And when I was a younger person, before I got married, I did travel to Europe with some friends. So I have travelled a bit. So since children, probably more camping and Australian-based holidays.
Yeah, nice. How did you discover teaching, I think?
I think when I was at school, if you were in the academic stream, it sounds a bit, I don't know, you either ended up in teaching or nursing, really. Accounting was big. Quite a people who like that kind of thing went into accounting, but I liked the humanities and English, and so I went and studied economics. And then from there, I don't know how, I just ended up becoming a teacher. I do know how. It was put to me, and I did think, yes, that's good. I think what I do prefer is secondary school teaching, because I really did love teaching my subject area more than primary years, which is the generalists. So I did enjoy my, teaching students, and I'm quite passionate about my curriculum areas, hence making my children visit Parliament House and things like that. Yes.
Yeah. Have you got any advice for new students coming through to high school?
Yes, I do. I think the school's very well set up, or tries very hard to help students transition into school. So for year sixes coming into year 7, we've got lots of opportunities. We've got open nights for parents. We've got interviews for parents to come in and talk one-on-one with their students, so that the school gets to know the student and what they, in a small group situation, what kind of person they are, what they like, what they need, the transition days. I think it's about joining in and giving things a go. And also, if there's any issues, speaking up really early, and don't think that any question's a silly question, because the people who work in our middle school, I know, are working hard and they want to know all these things early. I think you need to be organised. I think the thing that happens, a big thing from primary years to year 7, in primary school you've got really the one teacher for most of the time. You've probably got a tray where all the equipment and your stationery and books are, and your bags in one place. High school we move around, and you do have to try and realise that you've got more than one teacher, and you've got to listen to what the maths teacher says and be aware of what maths is on about. And that takes a while to train yourself to do that. And then you go to science, and you should have the same teacher, but they'll be talking to you only about science and getting you to do something in there. I think having some kind of diary, I know it sounds really old-fashioned. We used to give, for years, all students at the beginning of the year a hard copy diary, and we spent time helping students write things in diaries, so there's a visual. I think some kind of understanding and some sort of record of what you're doing each day, and if you've got things that are due, or maybe you've got an excursion, or you have to bring a form back. You've got so many people talking to you compared to primary school, to have some way of organising yourself and knowing what's going on, I think, as well. And I'd also say, because you get a laptop, make sure you know how to use it safely and not share your password with other people. And think that surprises me that young people are so open with passwords and sharing things. That they're the sort of things I would look for, and try and make friends and be open to people, because you'll be meeting a lot more people than you would in primary school, and you just have to realise they probably feel the same way as you do. Everyone's a bit nervous.
No, and it's exciting too.
It's exciting and it's good.
Embrace it.
Embrace it, yes.
We're going to move on to the next segment now. This is Would You Rather. For those who haven't heard, the game is simple. I pin 2 objects against one another, and the guest, Miss Thornton, has to decide which one they prefer. You can play along with us. What do you rather? Are you ready? Would you rather have a cupcake or a piece of cake?
I would rather have a piece of cake.
Would you go for seconds, or would you... It depends.
No, not necessarily. I don't know why. I think it's because for me, cake is cake. We should be a bar cake or a round cake, and I think I like to have it sliced. I don't mind a cupcake, but I think you can get more varied, more variety if it's a cake,
That's
a whole
true.
cake, I think. Hmm.
Would you rather go snow skiing or water skiing?
Water skiing, because we've always been a water family, and I feel more comfortable, and I've had more life experience in the water than I have in the snow. So I think I'd be able to, while learning, snow skiing would be good. At my age, probably would be quite dangerous, and I'd hurt myself. Whereas I think I'd be able to participate a lot more fully with inside water skiing.
Would you rather have the chance to design a new toy or create a new TV show?
I think a TV show. I enjoy. I was just saying to Declan before. There's various documentaries and things like that. I prefer to do that than a toy. I know you can problem solve with a toy, but I do like to be engaged in something and learn something new from a film or a documentary from that media.
What would you do? Would you do like a reality show or a documentary?
No, I'd probably be factual. I think I'd be factual. I don't think I'd do. I'm not really a reality show or TV person, overly. And I'll tell you, I know this makes me so boring, but I do watch the ABC. And because I was saying to Declan that I really enjoy, besides ABC, British murder mysteries and espionage, which is I'm very interested in. I do like economic and political commentary. So I know it's so dull. So hence, I do watch a lot of ABC and things like that, and I haven't really got into reality TV, and it's a bit awful. I'm really not interested in those people.
Some of them are a bit.
No, I mean, good luck. I hope they're very happy and well, but I'm not interested in listening or hearing their things. I'm interested in other things.
Yeah. Now this one's interesting. Would you rather it rain glitter or rain confetti?
I choose confetti because I did read this before. It reminds me of weddings. When you go to weddings, confetti is everywhere, and I always think that's such a joyous, always happy occasion. So I think in this case I would choose confetti.
Both of them are so messy.
Yeah, both of them are so messy. And actually, in some churches, if someone throws spaghetti, sorry, what am I saying? You'd be in big trouble if I said spaghetti. But confetti, you can be fine because someone's going to clean it up. But I do like that. I do like the idea of a wedding and confetti.
Well, we've now reached the end of the episode. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Declan, for choosing to interview me, because as I did say, I'm really quite dull.
No, you're not.
You know what I mean? There's nothing exciting. But thank you very much for the opportunity. I've really appreciated it, and I've enjoyed talking with you.
Oh, no, thank you. My name is Declan. Thank you for listening to Student View, developed by students for the OVC community.